In the previous videos, we have analyzed our research question and have gathered search terms that best describe our topic. Now, how do we combine these terms into a search that the database can comprehend? How do we get from this list into this search strategy? For that, we need to understand a few basic concepts. Boolean operators connect terms in a logical structure. An OR is placed between two synonyms in one element. An AND is placed between two elements. We recommend against the use of the NOT operator for exhaustive searches. However, in the video on optimizing your search, we will teach you safe methods to use NOT. Remember to always put these Boolean operators in capitals, or they might be considered part of a phrase by the database. Using parentheses, you can control priority. For that, each element, which consists of an often long list of synonyms combined by ORs, needs to start with an opening parenthesis and end with a closing parenthesis. It is wise to tell PubMed exactly in which fields you want to search your terms. With the field code mesh between square brackets, you ask PubMed to search for articles indexed with the mesh term, or with one of the narrower terms in the tree below that term. With TIAB between square brackets, you ask PubMed to find all articles where that term is found in the title or abstract of an article. This code also searches some other fields of the record, but it is more limited than all fields. A search in all fields is often returning too much noise, as this also searches author addresses, author names, and journal titles. It is therefore not recommended to search all fields. All fields does not mean that PubMed searches the full text of the article. Only search engines, such as Google Scholar, are able to do that. There are various ways of constructing a search strategy from a list of terms. This video will focus on the simplest method in which you will use the PubMed and the mesh interface. This method can be used for fast and rough searches. For example, for a clinical question, a critical appraisal of a topic, or for a study assignment. In those cases, it is not necessary to be complete in the results. In a separate video, two more robust methods will be explained, which are advised when you want to be more complete and you want to clearly document your search. You can use those methods if you want to use the results of the search to set up an alert, to write a publication, or as the basis of further research. Let's consider the research question, exercise therapy for hip osteoarthritis. In the simple method, you go to the PubMed interface. In the PubMed interface, you don't type your search in the search box, but you go to the mesh database, as described in the earlier videos. By clicking on the link to the mesh database, you can search one element at a time and find mesh terms. Let's first consider the element of hip osteoarthritis. The mesh term that is relevant, as we've learned before, is osteoarthritis, hip. By clicking on the link Add to Search Builder, you can add this mesh term to the search builder to construct a search in PubMed. Never search for mesh terms only. Always use the entry terms from the search. You copy the relevant entry terms and paste them in the search box, preceded by an asterisk and TIAB. Remember to use all relevant entry terms. Once you have added all the entry terms to the mesh term, you click Search PubMed to search this element in the interface of PubMed. Now you continue with the second element, the element of exercise therapy. For that, again, we go to the homepage of PubMed, select the mesh database, and search for a mesh term, exercise therapy. For this mesh term, as we did for hip osteoarthritis, you click Add to the Search Builder. You copy relevant entry terms and paste them in the Search Builder. Once you've added all the relevant entry terms and the mesh term, you click Search PubMed to search this search in PubMed. We have now created a search for both of our elements, the element of exercise therapy and the element of hip osteoarthritis. To combine these elements together, you go to Advanced, In Advanced, you can see your search history, the search for hip osteoarthritis and the search for exercise therapy. By clicking on the three dots below Actions, you can combine these searches together. Click on the three dots for one of your elements and select Add Query. Click on the three dots for the other elements and select Add with End. You will see that in Query box these terms are combined. If you click on Search, PubMed will be searched for the combination of hip osteoarthritis and exercise therapy, resulting in an acceptable number of results. To summarize, we constructed the search one element at a time. For each element, we added mesh terms and entry terms to the search builder. We then sent the search for each element to PubMed and combined these elements in the advanced search.